Okay, now the recording has started. Let me just start explaining you the drawing of the vase. Because I'm going to draw a vase, and that is something small, not a huge size object, I'm just considering that the vase is having something around this size. So it is plus minus 30 to 35 centimeters. So the vase what I'm going to draw is going to be 35 centimeters. I want it to start from a circular start, then get narrower and having a star shape. But because I'm going to put the flowers at the top cap will be removed. But because I'm going to put the water in it, there should be a cap at the bottom. So I'm just going to first of all define my grid level. So from the home grid section in here, I'm defining that box is actually the grids are going to have, let's say 2.5 centimeters the size of the grid, and I want to see a major line in after 4 grids, so it means that after every 10 centimeter, and I want to see, let's say 12 boxes in every direction. So that means that 30 centimeter in every direction. I'm just going to make it not 12, okay, 16. So that will be 40 centimeter in every direction. Okay, so that's all. I'm just going to make this perspective look to fill the screen by Alt W. Now I'm just going to zoom in and I will just draw the very first shape of mine. For drawing a loft object, you just need to draw splines, means the single lines. Those lines are having the thickness of hair. That's why we can just simply say that it just have the length, even no thickness. So one dimension. Not even a box, sorry, not even an area. If it is area, we can call it 2 dimension, but the splines are just having the thickness of hair and just the length. That's why we can call it having only 1 dimension. So in here, from the shapes tool, in the splines, I am just drawing a circle. So that circle is a circle like this. And let me just change the properties of the circle. The circle what I'm having in here is just going to have the radius as, not the diameter, it's having the radius as, let's say, 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters is the thickness, sorry, the radius of my circle. Then I'm just going to create one more shape, but I want to see now not from the perspective look, I want to see from the top look, so I can just put them in order. So I just hit the letter T, not here, hit the letter T, and I'm just seeing it from the top. When I hit the Z, so here I zoom in. I can just scroll the mouse in the size what I'm happy about it, so that's okay for me. I select my shape, and I hit the the W button, the W key from the keyboard, and now it is select and move, and I'm just moving it somewhere aside. Okay, something like this is okay for me. That is pretty okay. The radius was 7 centimeters. That is important for me for the further draw what I'm going to make. What I'm going to do for the next, again in the create section, again in the shapes, in the splines, I'm just going to draw a star shape. So I just click the star in any size I like, no matter what is the size it is. Once the star has been drawn, now I'm just going to select the modify section. In the modify section, I can increase the size of the, let's say, the pins, the points. Here I am happy with, let's say, 7. Okay, no matter, that's just a matter of taste. And when here it is 7, I am going to set the radius 1 is the greater radius. The greater radius what I'm picking in here is 2 centimeter greater than the radius of the first circle what I have drawn. So that is 9 centimeter. And the second is going to be the size of the first circle. That's why it's going to be 7. Okay, I'm not happy with this. I'm just going to make the 7 into 6. And this 9 into 10. Okay, this is more likely. Then what I want to make is, I just want to make the sides to become actually rounded. Okay, so this is the star shape what I have recently drawn. And that's going to be the top of my vase. The top of my vase. So that's okay for now. I'm just going to drag it down in here. And now what's left is the structure, what I'm going to put these pieces on. That is a single line. For drawing that single line, now I'm just going to pass from the top look to the left look. It can be either left or front, no matter. It is only about not looking from the top, looking from the side. Yes, please? Huh? Actually, I want to draw the line starting from ground to up. And if you want to draw a line from ground to up, you need to see the z-axis. And you can see the z-axis either from front, left, right, or back. So you can use front, left, right, and back. But you cannot use top and bottom. Because from the top and bottom, you will see the z-axis as a single point. That's why you should change your axis, either one, either front, left, or right, or back. Here I prefer the front one, no matter what you prefer as well. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I just want to make sure that the line what I'm going to draw is going to have 35 centimeters. Yes, please?
Question, how can we make a hand tool to moving this?
Okay. For making the hand tool to drag and move your, let's say, viewport, you should press the mid key and drag it. Okay? Press the mid key and drag it. That's it. Okay, now what I want to draw in here is I just want to draw in the create section, in the helper tools, I have here a tape. The tape is having two parts. One is the initial point, other is the final point. While the tape is active, I'm just going to select the snipping tool. So the snipping tool is just gripping the corner points. I'm in the grid points, so that helps me to draw a straight line. What I said is I just want a specific length. That specific length is going to be 35 centimeters. Okay? I hit the 35 centimeter for the tape section now in here. So I just select a point and I drag my cursor up. Even if I bring it up in here, it is that green line is remaining in 35 centimeter because I have defined it as 35 centimeter. Even if I bring my cursor down or up, no matter, it just draws a line of 35 centimeter long. So I'm happy about this. That's all. And now that indicates me that where is that 35th centimeter is. That's all. Now what I want to make in here now is actually those shapes what I have drawn are so huge. I'm just going to reduce the size of these shapes. I'm just passing the top look. And from this top look, I'm just going to select these two objects. And I'm going to reduce their sizes. The both of their sizes. Small like this. I can modify them later on as well. But now, approximately this is okay for me. So from the front look again, I just need to draw a line now. That line what I'm going to draw is going to have exact same height of this. So that is an helping hand for me. That's why we are calling them helpers. That is helping me to draw some or helping me to measure or helping me to figure out something without affecting my design. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click the create section in the shapes mode, in the splines. I click the line. For drawing a straight line up, I must change my tool into snapping mode. Actually, snapping is now active already. That's why I'm not worrying about it. I just start from the base, and I'm just going to bring my mouse up. I'm not clicking anywhere. I'm just raising my mouse up. And when I bring my mouse to the same height of that helper tool is, I click my mouse one more time. Okay, I'm not holding the mouse key, and still it continues to draw, but I don't want it to draw anymore. So if you are happy about it, right click will finish drawing. So here I have a line. That line is actually, if I just change the perspective, look now, is in here, and that is a straight line, a perfect straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the features on the straight line so I will see a vase. I'm closing the snipping tool because the snipping tool is not needed for me for the further steps. Here's the line. I hit the W and I brought it near to my objects. Okay. What I want is I want the line to be banded a little bit. So my vase will go up and bend it a little bit. So for bending my line, I need one more point. But if you look at the modify section in here, I have only 2 points. One is up, one is down. So I need one more point for that bending look. For that reason, I need to right click. And if you see from the right click, I have many tools are open. Now I click the refine. When I click the refine and when I bring my mouse on the line, now it's indicating that it is ready to put a point there. So I'm just going to put a point somewhere close to half, but a little bit above of the half. So now I have a point in here. Now what I will do, I will just select the vertex mode on, and I will just click this vertex which I have recently built. Sorry, that was unexpected. Once it has been clicked, I can just zoom in now. I can just move it in the one axis, but if I move it in one axis, that is making the line as a straight line, and that is not a stylish look. I want it to make a smooth curve. So if I want it to be a smooth curve, while that vertex is selected, I'm making a right click. From here there's a smooth. So when I click the smooth, so you see that now that curvature became smooth, not a straight line, not a corner. Here it is now. So I'm happy with this. So let me put the structures on my line. Eventually we will have the shape. So what I will do in here, tabii ki de. So what I have in here, I have the structure of the base, and I have the structure of the top, and I have the curved line. So it's ready to be a vase. While this line is being selected, not the vertex, while the line is being selected itself, I do click in the create section inside the geometry site. Not the standard parameters anymore. I'm just going to click the compound objects. So in the compound objects, I have a tool named as LOFT. Now it is ready to be a vase. While the LOFT tool is selected, I'm just checking where my LOFT tool starts. It's saying that now it is at the 0%. You can even see in the terms of centimeters, because we know that the whole vase is 35 centimeter. You can define it by centimeter scaling as well. But I'm just happy with the percentage for this level, for the first level. What I will do, for the first point, I mean from the base, I am going to get a shape. That shape will be the circle. Here it is. It started as a shape of a circle. But I have a problem in here what I don't like, because you see that the base is not touching the ground. Base is not touching the ground because the curvature starts from the beginning. So I'm just going to undo the steps what I did before. I'm just going to make one more step. We will have some guests. Yes, please. Yeah. Tamam. Abi biz devam edebilir miyiz? Tamam. So as you remember that because of that refined point what we had done, the base was not touching the ground well. So I don't want that bending start from the beginning. That's why I have in here one more, I need to create one more tool, one more refine, and I'm just going to click one more point in here. So by this way, the bending will be in between the points which is the middle point is touching with. So here's the vertex mode. I click the move tool. Here it is moving. Don't move it a lot, so that will make problems in the further. I just change it into smooth, and here it is. So again, while the line is selected, I select the compound objects, the loft, and the get this shape. Now as you see that the base is touching now. And when it is 100%, when it is 100% means when it is at the top, I get this shape. So now the shape is start turning. Now the shape is start turning into vase look. Okay, let's continue. What I will do now is I will just make some changes. I mean a greater base, narrower neck, and open flower loop. So now what I'm going to do, when it is at the 50%, I'm again going to get this circle shape. So what happens, from base till here, it continue as a single circle shape. Then after 50% to up, it turns into that star shape. But I'm not happy with this look either, and I'm just going to make the further changes from the modify section. For example, accidentally you hit somewhere and now you're not able to, you're not able to access that loft tool from here again. In that case, you need to go from the modify section and you need to make your changes in here. What I will do is I'm just going to select a shape. You can simply select a shape if you are sure about where the shape is present. Or if you don't know where the shapes are, you can just click this button, and this button goes from the first to the last shapes. What I want in here is the middle one. Like we were copying before these regular objects, I'm going to hit the shift button from the keyboard and I'm going to drag, okay, so not this one. I'm just click the shape and I will just drag it up in here. And I'm just going to have a copy of it. Now what I will do is I will just make this one to become smaller in look. Okay, and I'm just going to bring this shape on. I'm just going to bring this shape on, and I will just make this shape greater the base, or let me make it narrower too in here, and I'm just going to select this shape and I will just move it up as a copy of it, slightly up. Okay, one more copy, and this will be, let's say that will be in this size. This first shape will just get, again the mouse starts behaving out of control. Okay. Mouse'da sıkıntı var. Actually, we have a problem about controlling the, I have a problem about controlling the mouse. Okay, let's see. Here it is now. I will just make the base to become narrower. And let's see that. Here's the point. Okay, I will just make this part to become wider. Shape. Okay, now no matter, let it be like this. What I will do last is I will just twist the last shape which is at the top. Now I just click the shape at top in here. I will just bring the rotate tool and I will just twist it in this way. So if you look at in here, we have a vase like that, but we have a closed cap down bottom and at the top too. So what I need to do is I just need to close that, open that closed area. So in the loft section, here there is skin parameters, and it's saying that cap at the end and cap at the starting. Cap at the starting will stay because that's the place where the water should stay, and cap at the end will be open. So here it is. We have a vase like this. Okay? Not properly well done, but at least you got the idea. Now I will just stop recording and I will start rendering the video now.